Hi guys, so it is Thursday. This morning I'm just getting ready for the day. I did end up uploading like yesterday's video late because it ended up being, oh my god, a problem with like editing it, so I kind of like put a pause on it and then forgot about it. So yeah, that was fun. So I rushed to do that last night. But yeah, yesterday I managed to get most of the what's it called? I'm gonna inhale this in a minute. The training sessions, practice sessions, whatever they're called. Of like the F1. I got most of it watched. I've still got like an hour and a half of like the afternoon session of yesterday, so I feel like I'm going to be playing like catch up a bit, because I did do the thing of sitting and watching, like just like listening to some music on YouTube and stuff, and that during the day a bit. So yeah, so didn't like full on straight watch it. So I think I watched like 2 hours worth and then listened to a bunch of music, and then by like the time my dad rang and stuff, I went, crap, I need to take out the bins and empty all the bins and stuff because I forgot about that, and then also had to sort out the dishwasher and stuff and watch F1, but I ended up just finishing off the first training session of the 2 hours, and then watched the second one, and got somewhat through that. Maybe I watched more than 2 hours actually, because I want to say by the time we started eating it was like an hour or just under we had left, and it did not take my dad like an hour to make dinner, so maybe it was just under 2 hours I had left, so maybe I watched over 2 hours, I'm not sure. Oh god, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so I've got like an hour and a half ish of yesterday's training session to watch, obviously the 8 hours of today, because each training like session kind of thing is like 4 hours, so it's 4 hours in the morning and then 4 hours in the afternoon. But I watched the other one, well, yesterday afternoon, last night, because Dad didn't want to watch anything. He was just going to read his book, which he didn't end up doing anyway. So I just continued watching that, doing some colouring in, and yeah, and then I went to bed at like 10:10, 10:15. So yeah, so I've got yesterday's training session to finish and then try and catch up as much as I can today. So I feel like Saturday I'm going to be finishing off any like F1 training session or whatever it's called, then, and then getting into whatever. But I might also put the F1 on the TV and then also watch some YouTube on my iPad, because I've got some YouTube videos that I need to watch, and I don't actively stay watching F1 all the time, and stuff, because they're just driving around. I only look up every now and then, and at times they repeat the same stuff about talking about stuff, so yeah, going to do that. I didn't manage to do any reading yesterday because I just didn't get around to doing any, but I am tempted for the next 4-ish days, or until I finish my book. I'm currently on a photo finish. I might continue doing what I was doing for my reading vlog, but lower the amount of pages. Maybe do between like 10 and 100 pages, where obviously Siri picks the pages I read each day, and try and do that to finish my book, but do like obviously a lesser amount. But I feel like 100 would be kind of the maximum, and that's since I want to get other stuff done as well. But this is how much I done last night. I'm like, I want to say I'm around halfway. I don't know if I am halfway, but I was like obviously like up here somewhere. I did obviously flip it around since I got to like down here, so it was easier to do it the proper way than having it that way. So yeah, so I did flip it the right way around on here now. But yeah, I want to say I was like up here somewhere, like part way through one. So I did manage to do quite a bit last night. I do find that I can do this a lot, do a lot of it in the evening than during the day. So this might be an evening thing from me now on, or for me from now on, while watching TV or so. Especially since I don't fully pay attention to the TV when I watch TV. I don't know what it is. And that, because I could be actively like watching TV but not fully sat there actively watching it. Because there's times where I watch, like, I love the show 911 and stuff, and that franchise and that. But not all the time am I like looking at the TV. I'll somewhat be like playing a game on my phone or whatever, or scrolling through social media and TikTok and that. So I feel like this will be a better thing to do than being on my phone of the evening while watching TV. So I might start doing this of an evening. And that, especially since I can get a lot done. Especially with the amount I got done yesterday. And I did also take breaks while doing this as well. So I feel like this could get done super fast. I have given myself, I don't know if I said it in this video or a different vlog, I am giving myself 3 months to do each photo. So I started this one technically in December because I started it New Year's Eve. And that I was like doing it while like obviously counting down to the new year, like of the evening, done a little bit, and then obviously I didn't touch it until yesterday where I done a massive chunk of it, and that, so I've technically got till the end of March to finish this, but I feel like with the rate I'm going at on it, and if I keep doing it on the evenings, I might be able to finish it before March, and I can go on to the other one, since I've got a bunch of these. Let me just count how many I've got. I want to say I've got like, I want to say 8, but I think it's more than 8. Including this, I've got 15. I've got them all like written down on like a to-do list of what they are. I've got 15 to do. Great. I think I counted that right anyway. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to get as many of these done as I can this year, so I don't have that many to do next year and carry on to next year. Because this was part of a Marvel colouring book with like the spirals and like the lines and the dots and stuff. Obviously this like the dots. The lines and the spirals only took me like a few months because I wasn't doing it like actively every day, but that only took me like a few months to do them. It's just the dots that are taking me longer because you need more concentration and stuff to do it and stuff. So yeah, and your hand also starts hurting after a while of doing it. So yeah, so what I'm going to try and do is do some reading. Well, figure out how many pages I'm going to read today. Try and do that. And then also possibly do some more colouring in tonight. and go from there. Obviously I've got the washing to do since it's Thursday. That shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, just try and get some stuff done. But yeah, so do that. I am just gonna leave like tidying my room, like put my washing away and sorting out like some of the stuff on my desk and my drawers that's on top of them for Saturday, because I'm like, I don't know when my dad's gonna finish doing my sister's room, which is just finishing off doing a little bit of painting, so I don't want to like rush to sort out my desk and move my desk in, and that if he's still got like some stuff to do in there. So yeah, if my desk my desk ends up moving in there like this weekend, then that'd be great, but do that. But also, I just thought about it last night. If I'm rearranging stuff in my room, I might have to like move some stuff out of my room to then turn my bed around to then put the stuff back into my room. So yeah, so that one's gonna be fun. But yeah, I might open my window actually while I'm stood here. But yeah, I'm just gonna go downstairs, chill for a bit, and go from there, to be honest. And see how much I can get well read and stuff done. And I don't feel like doing my 5D diamond art at the moment, so I might do some more of that like tomorrow if I feel up to it, or some more of it next week. But yeah, I'm not really in a rush to finish that urgently, so that might be being done at a slow pace. So yeah, but I'm gonna go downstairs, so I'll put the washing on and go from there. Hi guys, I thought I'd give you guys a little bit of an update since it is, what time is it? It's 20 to 1. Washing is going smoothly at the moment until I end up forgetting about it probably. I'm now like just over half an hour through today's morning session, testing session of Formula 1. And that I am thinking like, do I even try and catch up like this, like all up to today? Because tonight, I guess I technically can tonight, because tonight I'm going to talk to my mum, so I can have it on in the background, like on my TV upstairs. And that is just if I want to have it on all day, and stuff. But I've got YouTube on my iPad to watch some of my like subscription videos that I have on YouTube. So that's not gonna like create a massive long list and pile. I might watch later list of videos that I need to watch. So I'm trying to do that on my iPad, as well as having F1 on the TV, and go from there. But yeah, trying to do that. I've sorted out where I need to read up to in the book, at least today. I think it was like 19 or something pages, so it's not that bad. But I've marked it all and stuff, so when I feel like doing some reading, I can do that. But yeah, at the moment, just chilling. I think I'm partway through like my third video on my watch later list. I think there's about like between 20 and 30 videos on my watch later list. I want to say, I think it's closer to 20 than it is 30, but I'm giving myself the 30 just in case it is like a high amount. But yeah, I'm hoping I can get that down dramatically today while watching pre-season testing for F1, and go from there. And then yeah, so fun. So then next week I can then just catch up with like the new episodes of 911 and 911 Nashville, and School Spirits, catch up on that. And then I think it's on the 27th of this month, the Drive to Survive, F1 Drive to Survive new season, which I think is season 8, I'm not sure, is getting released on Netflix. So I'll have that to watch. But I'll have that to watch after a meeting, since I think on the 27th I've got a meeting in the morning. So yeah. So 27th, Friday or Thursday? It might be a Friday actually. I keep thinking it's a Thursday, but it might be a Friday. I'm not sure. When's the 20th? Oh, 27th is, yeah, Friday. So yeah, I got some time till that. But yeah, at the moment I'm just sat here chilling, not really doing much, just scrolling on my phone. But yeah, let's see how much of actual testing today I can get through. I know I'm definitely gonna finish this morning's testing. It'll just be if I finish this afternoon's testing, which is currently on at the moment, which is live, but obviously I'm not watching it live. But I'm hoping I can watch all of today's, and then by the time I get to tomorrow's, I'm probably not going to be watching tomorrow's live either, because it starts at like really early in the morning, and I'm not getting out of bed really early just to watch it live. So yeah, but I'm hoping I can be back on track by tomorrow. So that means I might have to watch it tonight, and that for a while. But yeah, what just happened? So I'm going to do that, but I thought I'd give you like a little update where I'm at with that. So now I'm back on track with the day, just not the right time at the moment. So yeah, fun. Got about like what, 3 and a bit hours left of the morning session. So yeah, fun. Okay guys, it is Friday. It is also like just gone 11, not half 11, and I've only just gotten out of bed, which isn't the best thing, because I was so on track to getting up to date with F1 testing to the point of I had finished obviously all of yesterday. I think I finished it at about like 8-ish in the end, or just beforehand, between like 8 and half 8 I think it was. I had finished the testing, watching it, and that to be on track to watching it this morning. It does start at like around like 10 to 7 or so it starts, and I was never gonna get up that early to watch it. But yeah, I'm now watching the morning session because, well, just starting it, because I didn't get out of bed until like a few minutes ago. I want to say like 5-10 minutes ago, probably not even that. I've just gone out of bed. So yeah, I'm now starting the testing on that, well, the morning one at least. So yeah, fun. But the whole of the morning session has already been and gone. So it might take me all day to finish. But yeah, I spoke to my mum last night. Done that. And then I just chilled upstairs for the evening. And stuff. Scrolling on some TikTok and just listening to music and stuff. And doing that. Tonight, I don't know if I'm going to speak to my mum again. Because she's around her friends tonight. So, might speak to her for a little bit. I'm not sure. And that's... But yeah, but I'm also feeling like watching something that isn't F1 testing tonight. So if I am talking to my mum, I might talk to her for a little bit and then come back downstairs, because I always talk to her upstairs. And then see if my dad wants to watch something. Like, even if we just watched like one episode of something. Because I started watching, what was it, Paradise I think it's called, on Disney Plus. I'm only one episode in, but because my dad was downstairs, he wants to watch at least another episode to see if it's something he wants to watch or not. And that, because he's only seen the first episode and he's unsure. Well, to be honest, so have I, but I'm watching the rest of the season and stuff. But he was like, he'll give it another episode a go to see if he wants to watch it or not. And then decide if he wants to watch it with me or not. But I'm thinking if we can at least watch an episode at least tonight. And then I'll catch up with like F1 training tomorrow. Wherever I get up to with it. But yeah, so I might do that tonight. And go from there. So yeah. But this morning I don't really have much to do today, apart from I need to fold up the light washing from yesterday. And that I sorted all the washing out. It's all dry and stuff. I just need to fold up the lights. I did fold up and sort out and put my dad's shirts in his ironing pile. And that's so they wouldn't get really creased, because I haven't folded up the white washing or light washing. But yeah, the light washing's the only thing that I need to finish off doing, and then the washing is done. There's some recycling that just needs to be taken out and sorted, but I think that's about it. So I might try and do some more reading today, because I done the reading of how many pages I wanted to do, or at least that like Siri gave me yesterday, and I think I read over it in the end anyway. Yeah, I read over nearly by like 10 pages. It wasn't 10 pages, it might have been like 7 or 8 pages I read over. But I'm going to do that again. But I've also brung down the third book in the series, because I'm like, if I do get something like 100 pages, this book will definitely be finished and it will be going on to this book. So I've brung down the front runner, which is the third book in the series, and go from there and stuff. I might also set myself the task to, since there's like what, around about nearly a week left. Yeah, it'll be a week tomorrow, I think it is. Then February will be done. Because what's the 28th is what's Saturday, I think. So we've got around a week left of the month. So what I might try and do is try and get halfway through this book by the end of the month. And then it gives me in March time to finish this book, finish the 4th book in the series, which I can't think of the name. Is it in here? Oh, A False Start. So it gives me a chance to finish the half of this one in March, read The False Start, read another book in the Canon Clement mystery series to get that going on, since I'm getting the 5th book in that series next week. I think it gets released in paperback, so I'm gonna end up receiving that next week because I've pre-ordered it. And then yeah, just then try and get through that series and stuff. And then I might start reading like some classic books. I don't know when my next reading vlog is gonna be, but I feel like doing a reading vlog on some of like the classic books I have to read. Like just do a classic reading vlog or so. So I might do that. So I could always pre-film that, like start pre-filming it like next month, because I don't know how long it's gonna take me to read the classic books, and that. So how many times am I going to say and that? But the classic books I can read on my phone or my iPad because I've got them free from the Fable app. Some of them you can get like a free like download kind of thing on the Fable app, which is what I use to track all the books I read. So you can do that on some of them, of my like 25 classic books I want to read in my reading journal book. So I think there's like 14 of them. I'm not going to read all 14 in one video, but I'll try and read like 3-4-ish in one video. But I'm thinking, since it is on my phone or my iPad, I might be able to read through it a bit faster. Because I think it's just like a swiping up, swiping down kind of one. Just a flick. This is just like the app, but like something like that motion of reading it instead of like having to turn a page and stuff. And that, so it might be a bit faster for me to read it. And also I always have my phone on me, so I can literally just switch to my Fable app and click on the book to read it whenever. And I also don't need it to be light out. I can read it when it's somewhat like dark and I don't have to turn on like a light or make sure I have a light on to be able to see the words on the page, because it is on my phone. So I guess I'll probably be able to get through them faster, possibly. But yeah, so I might try and do that next month as well. So that means I'll get through what? One here. Wanting to try and get through the what? 6 books? 5-6 books. And that next month, which might be a stretch, might not be, depending on how fast I can read them. So yeah, but I'm gonna work out how many pages I need to read today through Siri, and then yeah, go from there, mark it out. So yeah, and do that. So fun, because yesterday I read over while I was waiting for like the pizza to cook in the oven for dinner. So I was just like reading while waiting for dinner. So I might do some reading. Oh, I might do some reading while watching F1 to try and get that done. Hi guys, yeah. It is Saturday. It is currently nearly 12:30, so I need to get up and get ready for the day. Because there is a lot that needs to be done. Like I've got 2 big piles of washing that needs to be put away. My room just needs to be tidied. And then I've got a few like little to-do tasks that I want to see if I can at least start this weekend. Like I've got the storage boxes for like my clothes, well, some of my clothes that I want to separate and put into them, and then like obviously like filming stuff. So I've got them, which I can do. I also want to go through all the baby stuff and just organise it a bit better, and put all their clothes in like vacuum sealed bags and stuff. I am thinking of just putting all the girls' clothes up in a vacuum sealed bag and up in the top of my cupboard, because I haven't got any of the girls out, and that they are currently stored away under my bed. I'm like in the mindset of just having one out at a time, so I might leave like a few boys' clothes out, but try and do it as the babies have the 2 bottom drawers of like the chest of drawers in my room, and then I can have the 2 top drawers back, and either have it as like put some of my TBR books for the year in, or some other stuff, or like some of my like spare like products and stuff in there. Like I don't know, so I'm thinking I could do that or something with them. But yeah, so I kind of want to at least somewhat try to tackle some of that this week as well, this weekend. Either if I do it today or get around to doing it today, or it ends up being a tomorrow's thing, I don't know. I also managed to finish a photo finish yesterday or last night, which is great. So yeah, I also need to sort out like the bookmarks and like the sticky note thing that I put on them. Let me see if I can find it here. I need to fill these out for off to the gate, not off to the gate, off to the races and out of the gate. I just mixed both of them together, and a photo finish for all 3, where I just do the overall. I use the spice and overall, and then I just use the title and author. I don't do like the start and finish date or the characters, ending, plot. I do sometimes tick these, which will be that one, and then I just leave this part. But yeah, so I'm like, I need to fill that out for them. Also, when I get around to doing the classic books, I'm like kind of umming and ahhing between, do I want to do this for the classic books, because I don't have them to hand. They're all on my phone or my iPad, the Fable app. So I'm like, I could technically do it and just mark off like this little sign here. But then where do I stick this? Do I just stick it in my reading journal or what? But yeah, I'm also umming and ahhing between getting rid of my like folder book journal that I have, and just sticking to my actual book journal and the Kindle app. So I'm thinking, don't mind my like Richard Cole's ones, the Canon Clement series ones that I have, which I haven't stuck in the book yet because my dad currently has the books for whenever he's going to read them. Well, the 2 that I've finished anyway, and I thought once he's finished them and I end up getting them back, then I'll stick these inside. But yeah, but I'm thinking of just sticking to this book and my Fable app on my phone and iPad, because I've got my Fable app connected to my iPad and my phone, and having them as my 2 reading journals, and getting rid of this one because I don't really reach for this one that much, apart from when I have to update like this kind of thing. And to be honest, this only tracks like the actual start and finish time that I read the book, which I'm not really fussed on, and the genre, which I kind of know anyway, which my Fable app does, and the dates that I read it, my Fable app tracks, and the pages the Fable app tracks. But in here it's just obviously the picture of the cover of the book and like the star and spice rating in here, and then like whatever month I finish the book on. So I'm kind of like, I could probably get rid of this and not need this, and I can use this for something else, which means I'm going to be getting rid of this cover and this picture. But yeah, so I'm kind of in the mindset of, do I just do that? But in here I do have like a rating system in here, so I'm kind of like, if I do that, then I kind of need to get a rating system put into here kind of thing. But I don't really have any pages for it, because obviously I've done like these pages and that, and I kind of like these pages. So I'm kind of like, do I just do it after this year's like month spread? So obviously I've done this year's TBR, which I've not gone through yet or sorted out. I think I'm gonna do a video on it next month, so either next month or April, because I thought every few months I could do an update on my book journal with you guys, where I literally do the monthly spreads that I need to do, and print off all the books and putting them in their monthly spread, mark them off on my like TBR of the books I read, and then also update any of like the challenges I'd done. And yes, I also took off the post-it notes on the side, labeling them where they were. So I thought I could do that every like few months to update you guys with it, and then also do like every few months do a little like reading wrap up also. Or did I do that every 6 months? I don't know if it's every few months I'm doing the reading wrap up, I put it down as, or I'm doing it like halfway through the year, a reading wrap up. I can't remember now. But yeah, so I thought it might be nicer to just, and easier just to stick to having this as my reading journal and my Fable app, and stuff to track my books. So I thought that might be a bit nicer and easier than having like multiple. So yeah, I might leave this out actually, to remind me to do it. I also have in there my journal book, which I wanna do and dedicate to like my 5-star reads, which I might do like later on in the year, to be honest. Just go through all my 5-star reads and do like print off a cover image for it. I don't know if I'm going to do a 1-page spread or a 2-page spread, I'm not sure, but have like the cover image of the book and then also put on like my favourite quotes and stuff from the books. But yeah, do that. Oh, I forgot to put this back in there. But yeah, but today I'm going to kind of tidy up my room a bit. Well, tidy my room, try and get as much like organisation and stuff done as I can, and go from there, or at least this afternoon. But I need to get up, get changed, go downstairs, have some lunch, and stuff. I might make myself a 7-Up, to be honest, because I'm fancying like a lemonade kind of drink. I've got my water, but I'm fancying like a kind of like a fizzier drink right now. So I might do that and then come upstairs, put something on the TV. I don't know whether I want to watch like YouTube and just have YouTube playing in the background, because I think I've got like something like 16 videos on my watch later list to watch, which actually isn't that bad, because I was somewhat watching them while watching F1 testing. I was having like YouTube on my iPad, so I've got that, so I could potentially put YouTube on the TV while I'm doing stuff in my room, or I could just put like Netflix or like Disney Plus or something on and watch whatever on there. I do have quite a few things that I need to watch on Discovery Plus, but I don't know if the Discovery Plus is connected to the Skybox up here and is signed in up here, because I think it's Discovery Plus that always like signs out. So if it is, I could always potentially ask my dad to sign in on it, and then I can continue watching like Cake Boss or Celebrity IOU or something, actually, while doing stuff up here. But anywho, I'm gonna crack on with what I need to do. Let me just give you guys like a little overhaul of what I'm looking at when I'm looking over. So this is what it looks like. I've got like washing there, washing down here, because I don't want to like stack it over the top. I've got like a Off to the Races book there, my astrology like notebook that I want to start doing, then obviously storage boxes, a LED lamp, face lamp kind of mask thing, some reusable like cotton pad kind of things up there that I need to put away, my coat from like, I guess it was Thursday, because I didn't know if I needed it if it was going to rain when I brought the bins in, and then this bag that I need to sort out obviously and take out, put the bag away, put everything in it away, and then I also need to just sort out up here, which is like my mics and stuff that I use, like a little light phone tripod kind of thing, and then like a lip gloss and stuff up there. That is everything that I need to sort out. So I might actually try and do them storage boxes today, because I feel like that won't take me too long to do, because all it will be is put in one for all like recording and stuff, and like YouTube equipment that will go in there. I feel like, which I might just store under my desk for now, until my dad finishes the room, because I don't know when he's going to do that. And then my workout clothes are in like a separate like bag, which just need to be transferred into one of them, and then it's just taking my skirts out from with my shorts and putting them in there in one of them. So that shouldn't take me too long. It'll just be everything else. I feel like everything is not going to be a long to-do task apart from the baby's drawers and all the baby stuff. So I feel like if I can at least start it today, start tackling it and getting it done, then I might be able to finish it tomorrow. But yeah, I feel like this year, I think I said this at the start of like last month, this year is going to be my definite organising my room and everything year. Just getting stuff organised and kind of clean and tidy, and stuff. So yeah, to make my room not seem as stressful or anything. But I do feel like having one of the top drawers of them drawers be with like all my TBR books in of this year's TBR books will be a lot better and nicer, because there's a lot, and they kind of just need to be put away, because obviously I've got some on the floor, and then at the moment I've technically got 7 on the floor, because I've got the, I don't know what it's called, but I've got Cross the Line and Ride With Me by Simone Sultan, which is the motorsport like F1 kind of series. I've got the Rose Hill series on the floor, and then I've got the last book of the Gold Rush Ranch series, which is A False Start. I've got that one on the floor as well, whereas all the rest can like be on top of my drawers, because I don't want to put all of them on top of my drawers and then it all just fall. So yeah, so if they can go in one of the drawers, that'd be great. But I might try and start on that as well. But yeah, I'm gonna figure out what to wear, get changed, have lunch, make a drink, come upstairs, figure out something on the TV, and then start cracking on with sorting out my bedroom. I might quickly get changed, sort out the TV, move everything onto my bed that I'm gonna try and do today, either like put away or a to-do task, and stuff, and then go down for lunch. And then when I come back upstairs, I can't just like sit on my bed and do nothing, because I have to then move the stuff off my bed, so then that'll try and make me actually put it away or whatever, or do stuff with it. So I might do that actually and go from there. But I might also try and watch some Discovery Plus. Now I might watch like Cake Boss or something, but while doing that I might need to get my dad to sign in to his account. But yeah, anywho, I'm gonna crack on. Hi guys, it is Sunday. It's currently 2:15 at the moment. I've just come upstairs from having lunch, since I had another day of just like lounging in bed in the morning. So yeah, so that's fun. So I've got this afternoon to try and get as much done as I can. I'm also out of breath because I ran up the stairs. But yeah, yesterday I managed to get all like the tidying done that I wanted to get done. I just have my reading like actual folder that I just need to finish off and sorting out, and go from there. So I'm going to do that today, and then also sort out all the baby stuff, because I didn't even start that yesterday. So I done like all the tidying and that, and then just lounged on my bed watching TV. So yeah, I also did start reading a little bit of The Front Runner. I think I only got like 2 pages in, so I might try and read some more of that, not watch some more of it, read some more of that. But I've currently got like Netflix on the TV at the moment. I've got Chesapeake Shores on, since I thought I can just have that playing in the background while doing some stuff. But yeah, I have a feeling my dad's just like chilling downstairs today on the PS5, so the spare room is not going to get done this weekend. I don't know when he's gonna get around to doing it. It's only like light painting anyway that needs to be done, so it's not that bad. But I do kind of, now that like majority of the room is done, I'm kind of just wanting it to be finished so my desk can be moved in and my bedroom can be rearranged. But I'm feeling like if I can get as much done as I can, like sorted and put away and stuff, then I might try and do that. I am also thinking, do I try and swap my desk and my drawers around? But the only problem with that might be plugs and stuff. So I don't know if the computer cable is going to be long enough for me to do that, to be honest. But I can always try it. It's not that bad. But yeah, so I might try and start sorting out all the baby stuff today and putting that away. and getting that done and trying to get that done as much as I can today and like the week coming for the rest of the month, because I'm thinking as much as I can get done and sorted and tidied and organised in my room, to when it comes around for me to actually rearrange everything in my room, it shouldn't be that hard. And that a few things will need to be like taken out of my room for me to sort out. Like everything under my bed will need to be taken out for me to be able to move my bed. And then also my bedside table will need to be moved for that. But everything else should be fine where it is for the meantime and stuff. But yeah, so I kind of want to get prepared for doing that whenever that ends up happening. So I'm going to do that and go from there, to be honest. Do some reading, do some tidying. But yeah, also possibly sort out some photos, since I've got photos on my chest of drawers. I've got like family photos, one side of it, and that is the side that's going to be going against a wall. So I need to move them somewhere, but I don't know if I want to move them onto this wall, like further down this wall, where my bedside table would be, so they're above that, or I want them on this wall behind me, like obviously below like the curtain or so, roughly where it would be like near my bed. I'm not sure yet where I want them, but yeah, so I need to sort that out as well somewhere. But anywho, I need to edit and upload this so this goes up on time. So I will see you guys Wednesday for a pampery kind of spa-y video. And then I will see you guys next Sunday for another vlog. I will see you guys then. Bye.